Welcome back to the channel, The Real Ish. If you are new here, I talk about everything from scary movies, anything that's like real horror, true crime. We get into it all. The Real Ish, real opinions, real drama, real horror, real true crimes, real everything. This particular video is another movie review. So 2 days ago, I went to the movies, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really go to the movies as much as I used to. Why? Because there ain't any good scary movies that come out anymore that catch my attention. I love horror movies. So it's not really many that I like, so I have not been to the movies in a long time before Friday. But anyway, so I went to go see the movie Hard Eyes, and let me just tell you, I think that was the worst movie that I've seen in a long time. And I'm gonna tell you why, okay? I have some notes that I wrote down. It's a couple of pages long. I got my computer set up, and we're gonna dive into this review right now. And I'm gonna tell you the real ish. I'm gonna tell you my real opinion right now. Alright, so we're just gonna jump right into this review, alright? So, Hard Eyes. From the trailer, you know, it makes you think that this is gonna be this really great, like, slasher movie or whatever, but you know, I'm gonna just tell you the trailer is a lot better than the actual movie. So I have a few points I'm gonna make in this video to keep me on track. I might get off track a little bit, but my notes are gonna kind of pinpoint where I want to go with this. The movie started off okay. I wouldn't say strong. The best part about the opening scene was the kill scene. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But the movie comes on. It was a guy and a girl on the screen. They were in like the vineyard. He was proposing to his girlfriend or whatever. Down on one knee. You know, they had the really romantic, sappy music. And then he gets a phone call. And so he's on the phone, getting into it with the photographer that's supposed to be, you know, taking pictures for the proposal, whatever. And he says he didn't, I don't know, whatever. They have some type of altercation on the phone. And then that's where the kill scene comes in, okay? That was the best part of the beginning. The opening, you know, is the kill scene. The Hard Eyes killer comes in and, you know, do something into the lens of the camera and gets the camera guy. The fiance, he's dead. So the female's just running around, you know, and he's going after her, blah, blah, blah. Skipping ahead, she goes into this area. This security guy is like trying to help her, saying somebody coming after her. Then the killer comes in, kills him, whatever. Then she gets inside this thing, and that's her death. You know, her death was pretty good too, because she's inside this thing. I don't even know what it is really, and to tell you the truth, she gets in there. I don't know the proper name for it, and then like both walls are closing in, and then like her head just like splats. And then you see a bunch of blood and everything like that. So that was pretty okay too. But you know, the beginning, it already kind of got me confused because it was portrayed like a love scene, you know, romantic. The guy was proposing to the girl, and it started off like a romantic movie. And then they tried to do something, I guess, different and switch and cut to like a slasher killer thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought that I was watching a horror movie, and then comes the kill scene to Yeah, I thought I was watching something else at the beginning, honestly. It seemed like something else, and then it reassures you with the first kill scene. So that kind of, you know, that kind of gets you into it a little bit more. Let me go back a little to after the first kill in the, after the opening scene. They have some detectives pull up to investigate. Now, when they first pulled up to investigate, these two cops got out of the car, two officers, a woman and a guy. Immediately when they got out of the car, I thought about Gale and Dewey from Scream. If you're not sure who I'm talking about, they are a couple on Scream. Gale is like the reporter or something. She's like a media reporter or something. She was going around on Scream, you know, talking about the Ghostface killings and stuff like that. And Dewey was the cop on there, and they were a couple. These two detectives, I don't even know their names. Let me look it up. Detective Shaw and Hobbs. that's another thing. Their names are Shaw and Hobbs, and then they made a comedic thing in the movie, and it just wasn't funny to me. Like, cause Shaw and Hobbs is a real thing. Like, Shaw and Hobbs are from like Fast and the Furious, so it's another movie, and they're talking about a movie inside of a movie. I don't know. It's supposed to be funny, I guess, but I didn't think it was funny. I think it was very corny that were their names. But anyway, they gave off Gale and Dewey immediately from Scream. That's what I thought about. They went in to investigate this killing, the horror, you know, the opening scene with the couple, and that made me think about Saw, because that reminded me of when things happen on the movie Saw, like the detectives go in and investigate. That reminded me of that too. So I don't know, but back to my main point, I just want to point that out, that those two detectives reminded me of that. So then my next point I'm going to say is that I really wanted to give the movie a chance, you know, and I'm not going to talk about every little thing, every little detail. I'm just going to talk about the points that I need to talk about to get out my opinion and frustrations for this movie. So I wanted to give the movie a chance, but that was very hard. As soon as the movie really got going, I immediately hated it. Yes, from the first kill scene to the next scene where you meet the main character. She's at like a cafe or something with her friend. I immediately hated it. From the time I met the main character to the corny dialogue to meeting the guy, the other main character. It was just the way they met, you know, very cliche, very oh, I took your order in the coffee shop, or they always write like, oh, you know, bump into somebody, I spill your drink type thing. So they act like they both ordered the same coffee, whatever. I don't know. Hang on, just bear with me. So the idea of the film is that the Hard Eyes killer is killing off people in love, you know, couples that are in love, people that are, you know, happy. And then this Valentine's Day comes around, you know, they do a whole thing of like a news broadcast about the Hard Eyes killer and how they've been going around, you know, the different states and stuff, doing stuff to people. So they kind of try to draw you in with giving that information about the killer, you know. And then, you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, the Hard Eyes killer strikes again. So the main thing of the killer is supposed to be killing off couples and stuff. So anyway, these two main characters, the female and the guy, they're not even in love. They're not a couple. They just meet by chance because one took the other's coffee by mistake. Jumping ahead, they come in contact again because he's a new person that's trying to take her job, or, you know, they start working together, yada, yada, yada. They go to a work dinner, and, you know, it's kind of, it seems like a date maybe, you know, if you perceive it that way. She runs into her ex outside after they finish the whole date catastrophe, whatever, the whole dinner thing. She runs her ex outside. Oh yeah, and then at the beginning, throughout the movie, they're showing the main girl, like, you know, stalking her ex on social media. I forgot that part because it was so non-important, sorry. But yeah, so after the work dinner with the guy, they run into her ex. She kisses the main guy, and that's where that all starts. As soon as that happens, the killer is after them. And then yeah, when they're leaving the restaurant, her ex is like, oh, don't get killed. And they're like, ha ha ha, you know, why would you say that? I don't know, like, and, you know, prior to me watching this, someone told me that it was like funny, but I didn't know they meant funny like they intended for it to be funny. I just thought maybe it was a few things in there you could laugh at, but I don't know. So from that moment on, when she kissed the guy to make her ex jealous, that is a pinpoint of why they were being chased by this killer, because I guess the killer thought that they were in love. I don't know. I'm just telling you what's happening. That's why they were targeted in the first place. It makes no sense. They're not a couple. They're not even a couple. So the way that the two main characters were brought together, it was just dumb. They're not a couple. Why is the killer even after them in the first place? Again, I want to say this movie makes no sense. I wonder how many times I've said that. I don't know. They tried making it a romance comedy slasher, but all I got from it was a lame attempt at being clever. It wasn't entertaining at all. Most of the movie reminded me of Scream. It was two killers in the end like Scream. It was a lot like Scream. It was basically Scream, but with a different killer. And so we all know, this movie was produced by the people who made Scream, so that's why it screams Scream. So yeah, now on to the big reveal at the end. The killers was the female detective Shaw and her boyfriend, which was a guy, some random IT guy that was at the police station when the main guy got arrested, you know. I'm not even going into the details of why he got arrested and all that. It's not important. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. I don't have to tell you all the specific details of this movie. If I did, it still wouldn't matter. But anyway, the other killer was her boyfriend, the detective's boyfriend husband, some random IT guy that was at the police station, and he talked to the main girl for a second. What is her name? The main girl, Allie, and the guy, his name was Jay. I don't know, I forgot. But yeah, he talked to the main girl, Allie, and for all of 2 seconds. But I told my friend in the movie, I was like, I bet it's him. But I've been doing that the whole movie. Oh, I bet it's them, I bet it's them, I bet it's them. Because in these type of movies, it's always, the killer is always someone that's irrelevant. So, and here's the kicker. Can I get a drum roll, please? This is the reason why they were killing everybody, is because they just get a kick out of it. And it's weird because when I left the theater on the way home in distress from seeing this god-awful movie, I asked my friend, I said, well, what was the reason again? Because it completely went over my head. I honestly didn't even remember what they said the reason was for them killing people. And it was just, I guess, to get a kick out of it. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, if it doesn't make sense, it's because the movie itself doesn't make sense. I put my notes together the best way I could. I just saw this movie. The rest of this was going off the top of my head, but it was just a really cheesy, I don't know. I could have went on and on about this movie, but I just didn't want to. So I'll leave it here. If you haven't seen Hard Eyes, I would suggest that you not go see it. If you want to go see something horrible just for the hate of it, it's not even a good movie to make fun of. You know how you have those horrible movies? I'm one of those that like to watch bad movies sometimes to make fun of them and just give it a good laugh. But this one doesn't even give a good laugh. It just gives you a big headache, honestly. So anyway, don't go see it. Go see it. It's up to you. I'm just here to give my real-ish opinion. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Like this video. I will see you all in the next one. This one right here just kind of, every time I talk about this movie, it just kind of it drains me. It takes my energy away. So I'm just gonna get off of this. Like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.